That's it.
Oregon.
Segment's over. Schools in session for local beer brewers.
Yeah, Lori Wallace is live in Yolo Brew Company with a class for beer lovers. Hey, Lori.
Yes, you guys, we've been talking a lot about back to school, and just like all the kids, Yolo Brewing Company was also on hiatus this summer, but Brew School is back, and you can see some great beer being poured here. So back at this location now, Brew School is going to be offered the next class September 7th. So I want to bring Peter over here because what they do is they team up with other local breweries to make this class really informative and cool for whoever shows up. So you guys have this coming up very soon, and who are you joining this time?
We've got Jared Long from Fort Rock Brewing coming to join us this time.
Okay, so what does this look like? You got to talk people into going back to school, but not this kind of school. I think people will be gladly ready to sign up.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. We have the unique ability here for customers to come brew their own beer, so it was a natural jump for us to just parlay that into a further educational experience and reach out to other breweries and brewers in the area to get them to come and teach classes about specific styles of beer or types of beer that they're either very passionate about or that customers might not know very much about.
And it's always changing, so this time you guys are going to be offering what kind of beer at the next Brew School?
So Jared will be coming to brew a Kolsch with us, just a nice light German-style ale. So we're going to be nice and light. It's the end of summer, it's still very warm, and it's also a style of beer that not a lot of places around town make and not a lot of people know much about.
Okay, so what would you tell people that are watching at home thinking, hey, I might want to do this? Is it difficult? I know that you guys make it very open and it's a classroom setting, so people can ask a lot of questions. For people who might be wanting to do this at home but don't have the equipment or the time or the money, this is a great starting point.
Yeah, it is. We do a lot of talking about the brewing process in general. We start with the beginning of the brewing process at the mash-in. We start that at 11. Once we do that, we have Jared give a presentation about Kolsch and about Fort Rock and what he does there. Usually after that, we have our brewer, Dave Weiss, talk about what we do here at Yolo and what his brewing philosophy is. We do a nice tour around the whole brewery, show you how what we're doing on our small system translates to a larger system. We have an open Q&A section, and then it also includes a pizza lunch as well.
And a beer.
And a beer as well, yeah.
Can't forget that. But yeah, you have some of the stuff out right now, some of the supplies, you have some of the things working that you guys are going to be using when Brew School actually happens. If people want to sign up, how soon in advance do they need to do that?
They could do it right now. Tickets are available on our website. You can find the tickets either just through our website, www.yolobrew.com, or they can go on our Facebook and find the link there as well.
And this is going to be something that people can keep their eye out for. They'll keep changing and adding to the list in your calendar as well?
Yes, definitely. This is the 6th Brew School that we've done, and we intend to keep doing them as long as other brewers in the area are interested in coming and doing it with us.
Best thing about coming to one of these classes that you've heard from people that have shown up?
Just learning more about beer than they thought there was to it. I mean, that's kind of our goal, both in Brew School and in our regular customer brews. My favorite thing is when someone leaves and says, I had no idea. Just that phrase really gets me excited. You know, I love teaching people stuff that they didn't know. It's really important, I think, for people, especially in the age of farm to fork, to really understand what goes into their glass.
And there's a really cute dog here. Sorry, I've been a little distracted. He's so cute. This is an Aussie Doodle. I want you to meet him. He's my new friend. Look at his face.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The eyebrows. I'm living for his eyebrows. So great.
Yeah, apparently he's not fond of you at all. Look at that.
Yeah, that dog.
He's like, I love you so much.
Thanks, Lori.